This webinar is brought to you in partnership with the Indiana Department of Education. Bright Minds Marketing presents Using Google My Business for Your School. These days, families are constantly being marketed to. So how can a school break through this noise? How can you connect with families in your community while protecting your limited resources? The good news is that there are some internet tools out there that can help you. One of the most effective tools is the Google My Business platform. That's because the first place most families will go to learn about your school is the internet. And 90% of those families begin their internet searches with Google. Google searches are so important that there's a whole industry called search engine optimization, or SEO, that promises to help improve where businesses rank in Google searches. Unfortunately, high-quality SEO can be expensive and hard to implement. Google My Business, on the other hand, is free and doesn't require any technical expertise. Let's check out an example of a school that has registered themselves. Signature Charter School is the #1 high school in the state of Indiana. Let's see how they've done it. You see this listing on the side of the page? This information is here because this school set up their Google My Business profile. Now the school's information is right here where families are most likely to find it. Best of all, creating your profile is free. And even though the internet is a worldwide web, Google understands that most searches are local. When you search for a school, you probably are looking for a school near you. Also, Google searches are optimized to be used in conjunction with their maps. Once you're in their system, not only will you show up in local searches before some other schools that may have paid a ton for SEO, but you'll also show up when people make generic searches like School by Me. As for regular Google searches, nobody outside the company knows for sure how registering with Google My Business affects your search rank. But we do know that Google puts a high value on accurate, verified information, so going through this process can only help. So what exactly is Google My Business? Here's one way to think about it. The regular Google search is like the old white pages that list everybody on the internet, whether or not they've set up a Google My Business account. Google My Business, on the other hand, is like the yellow pages, but a whole lot more. With Google My Business, you create a profile that you control, and you'll make it easy for families to contact you, see your photos, even get driving directions to your school. So how do you create this profile? Let's go through the process step by step. To start, go to google.com/business and click Sign In on the upper right. Now, here you'll need a Google account to continue. If you already have a Google account, you can use that. If you don't, you'll have to click Create Account to make a new one right now. If you're creating an account for a school, you'd probably want to choose To Manage My Business. Once you're logged in, type the name of your school into the search bar to see if Google already has a listing for you. If there's no listing, click Add Your Business to Google. If your school is already listed, Google will show you a partial email address of whoever verified it. If you know who owns this email address, ask them to help you log in. Otherwise, Google has a process for reclaiming the listing. To see this process, click Learn More. This process can take up to a week, but it's worth it. This profile is one of your most effective tools for attracting local families online, so you want to make sure you're in control of it. Also, even if you're in the process of reclaiming your listing, check the contact information Google is displaying, including your address, phone, and website. If there's any problem with this information, click Suggest an Edit to make a more immediate change. Right now, let's say your school isn't listed. So you're going to click Add Your Business to Google. Now you're going to be asked for your school name. Just enter your school's name into this field and click Next. That'll bring you to a page where you're asked to choose the category that fits you best. This might be school, or high school, or charter school. Google offers multiple categories to describe different kinds of schools, so choose the one you think will be most enticing to prospective families. Once you pick your category, click Next. Now you'll be asked to add your services. Again, remember that the purpose of this listing is to attract new families. What services will they be searching for? Google will offer you some suggestions, but if you don't like what you see, you can add your own. But try to be brief. Something like K-8 charter school quickly lets people know what kind of school you are and who you serve. Once you're done, click Next. Now Google asks if you want to add your location. The answer is yes, absolutely. This is how you get on Google Maps. For a lot of local searches, Google will display a map along with the results. So this is some of the most valuable real estate on the internet. Click Yes and Next. Of course, if you want to be on the map, you need to give them your address. If you have multiple addresses, pick the one that is most useful to people visiting your school for the first time. After you enter your address, click Next. Now Google wants to know if you serve customers outside this location. This is really more for a business that delivers, like a restaurant, or someone who comes to you like a plumber. Since your school most likely is at your physical location, click No I Don't, and then click Next. Now we get to your contact info, including your phone number or website. For your phone number, you're probably going to want to give your main line. Just make sure whoever answers this number is prepared to direct families to the right place. Also, if you notice under the field for your website, Google offers to give you a free site based on your info. While it's a nice offer, you don't need to host your website through them to have it listed. Just put the URL of the website you have and click Next. We're almost there. As you can see, here's a list of some of the things you're going to be able to do with your Google My Business account, such as promoting your school with photos and tracking analytics. This last one, respond to customer reviews, may be disabled for you. For a lot of businesses, Google collects Yelp-like reviews and post ratings. However, they were having trouble with these ratings when it came to schools, so they suspended the practice. Either way, click Finish so we can get verified. Before Google lets you post your listing, you need to prove to them that you are who you say you are. Depending on what information Google has about you, you might be able to do this by phone or text, or you might have to do it by postcard. Just pick the selection that makes the most sense to you. Once you've chosen your method for verification, we can move on to the console. Your listing won't be online until your verification is complete. But in the meantime, let's look at the Google My Business console. This is what you'll see every time you log in. It gives you access to a bunch of features we haven't talked about yet, and I want to flag some of the most important ones so you can get the most out of your listing. First, let's click Info. This is where you can edit any of the information you've already entered, and you can also add new information like your hours of operation or a brief description of your school. You can even set up an appointment page so families can schedule one-on-one time with you. But right now, I want to focus on a couple really important items. First is the map. As I mentioned, the map is probably the most important part of your listing. And if you click to edit your address, you don't just have the opportunity to change your address, but you can actually move around the little pin that shows your location. This is really useful for schools with large campuses. Remember, your goal is to make it as easy as possible for people to find you, so make sure this pin points to your main entrance or parking area. Once you had everything where it should be, click Apply. After you get your map set, let's look at your photos. This is a fantastic opportunity to make a positive first impression. You can upload a logo, photos of your campus, students, you can even upload video. But be intentional about what images you want to share. We're not trying to overwhelm people with a huge album. Select photos that give people a sense of who you are and what makes you special. We're trying to make families want to go from searching for you online to connecting with you in the real world. As you can see, there are a bunch of other great tools that Google My Business offers you. If you click Insight, you can get metrics to track your visitors, how many people are using your listing to call you, go to your website, search for you on a map, and view your photos. Google will also send you a monthly email with a summary of how your listing is performing. Another really useful feature is what Google calls posts. This section is for timely offers with specific dates. It's a great place to promote something like an upcoming open house. Next is messaging. Here, you can arrange to have text messages sent directly to any phone you choose without revealing the phone number. This could be a great way to answer quick questions from prospective families, although be warned, you may get a lot of current families contacting you as well. Also, you can give more people access to this profile by clicking Users. Finally, if you're still waiting to verify your school, you can click Verify to check in on your progress. Remember, your listing won't go live until you've been verified by Google, so make sure you get this taken care of. Once your listing is verified, go back to the regular Google search page to search for your school. You should see your listing pop up on the side like this. Take a close look at it and make sure the contact information is correct, the map is accurate, your descriptions are precise, and your photos are showing you at your best. If you notice any problems, just go back to google.com/business to log in and correct them. Remember, you can make changes at any time, so if you feel that something about your listing isn't working, you can always make it better. And pat yourself on the back. Your Google My Business listing is now out there for the entire world to see. You've made it easier for families to find your school and contact you, all without spending a dime. If you would like more assistance or ideas on ways to improve your school's enrollment, visit us at www.brightmindsmarketing.com for resources or to sign up for a free consultation.